Hello guys, welcome back to the video, and today's video we're just going over the market and what's happening at the moment. I personally have not taken a trade since the 19th of March. It's been pretty much nearly 3 weeks. I did have a break from trading for basically 2 weeks, but I've been looking at the market all this week and I just haven't found any subs. Last trade I took was NZD-USD. There was a proof of entry there, and that one did manage to hit a TP of 1 to 2, which is quite nice. But since then, literally taken no trades. It's been quite a nice break, I must say. I've literally not really been looking at the markets, but for good reason, really. It's been a difficult market to be trading, one of the hardest I've seen since trading, because starting my journey in trading, because we've got the geopolitics changes every day. A few weeks ago it was quite nice, quite easy to sort of predict the risk sentiment because it was quite obvious what Trump wanted. Now it's very, very difficult to understand what he's really looking for from this whole war. And he says ceasefire, and then it says Israel is sort of bombing. So who really knows? But the S&P has really found a bottom here, which we reacted off sort of we reacted here off the sort of 60 300 level. Sort of my targets were sort of this level here, the 60 and these 60 100 level, but it never actually got there because of this ceasefire. We saw investor sentiment really come into the market here of opportunity to buy this dip when the ceasefire announcements were made. But the USD, the DXYs have been all over the place, pretty difficult to trade that. If you go here, you can just see what I mean. We can just see this chop here, chop, bouncing off this level of resistance in the market here. But we are looking maybe for this 200 EMA to cross over here, which would be nice. But it looks like we've just broken below the 50 EMA here, which you can see this orange line, and we're looking to go down to the downside because of this ceasefire news, like I say. But like I say, the news keeps changing every single day. And if you go to Trade Say Plus, which is the fundamental website that I use for a lot of my analysis, you can see the live news. And what I like to use here is this risk sentiment tool, and you can sort of come here and it will actually give you the risk sentiment. If I just reload the page. Here we go, and it's just showing, it's pinging between the neutral here, which is not what I like to sort of see. I want to see a pretty clear risk sentiment in the market when I'm trading. So it's been sort of like really ranging between these two areas here. And when I was finding success was when we were actually on this pretty obvious risk on sentiment. And if you look at all my YouTube videos and my results, which I can show you here, is a lot of my results became within this period of risk on pressure when we knew it was pretty obvious as well. So that's sort of what's been, we had this risk off spot here, but I was taking a few trades here and there, but not too much. But yeah, now it's sort of ranging, so it's been difficult to trade this neutral range here, and that's sort of, you can look at the macro analysis here, and you can go onto this website yourself and look at this all. But sort of the currency table, the main table, we've got AUD, NZD, most bullish, and the CAD, the Canadian dollar, NZD being very, very bearish. So yeah, that's sort of the outlook in terms of setups I'm looking at. It's been pretty tricky. Haven't had too much. Like, I'm looking for a breakout here on Euro Chef to the upside here. We sort of got this clear overall double ties here, and then if we can get a breakout to the highs and a retest, that would be quite nice for me to sort of look into to getting long on the plays here. But seeing a lot of Euro weakness recently, which would be interesting to see. You can see Euro AUD here really slumping, the downside with AUD picking up quite a lot of strength, but the Japanese yen is still looking pretty weak, with Euro JPY looking to be now at this level of resistance, which could be quite a nice level to possibly look for shorts. But that's not really a strategy I look for. I want to see a trending market, and I'm not going to take a reversal from a 4-hour high here. That's just not sort of the style I do. But yeah, this is a much nicer market to trade, and and this was a level I would have looked at, but we didn't come far enough into discount for me to consider it, because I want to draw my swing points here. And as you can see, we never got into the 0.5 level, so I can't really look for trades in this trend here. But in terms of USD JPY, it's just been a lot of chop here because of this USD, and DXY struggle. So, long story short, it's been difficult markets. But the good thing is I haven't taken any losses from these difficult markets, so I haven't been trading, which is the main sort of objective of this video, is to say, like, if you don't understand sentiment in the market, you can't see your edge playing out, you can't see where you can really gain any further edge in the market, then there's no point of trading. Until you see the times conditions come back into your favor, that's when you can look to get back in the market. But for me at the moment, I'm not seeing that really play out, and I'm not really seeing any setups anyway, so there's not really much for me to jump onto. We're just getting a lot of these big volatile moves, but we're not seeing many pullbacks either. So I'm a pullback trader. I like to fade the market and catch fades in the market, and then look to go to the upside in a clear trend. And that's just the easiest conditions I've traded. As you can see here, Euro AUD, clean trend, and that's sort of how I've been managing to make money in this market. So yeah, hopefully you guys have signed for the video. If you have, smash the like button and subscribe. And for more content, I will leave my free Discord link below in the description, where you guys can check it out. But without further ado, we'll see you in the next one. But thank you.